Hello, and welcome to Grace Lutheran Church's worship. My name is Kelsey, and I'm the Director of Christian Education and Youth Ministry here at Grace, and I'm so thankful you've come to join us for worship and for my children's sermon. For our reading today, we read about Jesus appearing to his disciples, and the appearance doesn't happen as in he walks up and they recognize him and they all celebrate in Jesus' resurrection. No. They walk with him on a road, and then they have supper together, they have a meal together, and until Jesus says, "Peace be with you," no one knows it's him. And they're stunned and they're in disbelief, and they can't believe that they missed Jesus. They'd spent years with this guy, and they just completely missed that it was him. How crazy can that be that they missed it? His own disciples didn't know it was Jesus. How much in our lives may we be missing or not quite paying attention to the work of God? How much are we missing of God's work around us? Maybe because we're so focused on something else, like the death of Jesus and not his resurrection, or too busy on our busy lives, or on something going on, or there's just something always maybe weighing on us that we're so focused into, and we forget that in the midst of that, Jesus and God and the Holy Spirit are all working, right? And we miss that because we're so focused on something else. How do we pay attention to God at work? Well, there are a couple ways to do that. First of all, slow down. And I know that can be hard as someone who likes to be busy and be planned and make sure things go at a certain pace. I'd like to have everything planned and be busy, right? It helps me. There's always time in a day to just sit and say, let's take a breath and find where God has been present and where Jesus and the Holy Spirit have been moving in our day. Not that you have to remove things from your schedule, not that you have to slow down every single part of your day, but there are times throughout the day you can sit and take to just look at where Jesus may be. Is he sitting right in front of you, ready to break the bread? Is Jesus right next to you and the friend that's there to support you? Is Jesus there lifting up your spirits, getting you ready to do this big project you have, or to run this race, or to do what you need to do? How are you going to pay attention to Jesus this week, right? We can slow down. We can take a moment. We can also pray a little more, right? We can always ask God to enter our lives in a way that we don't always notice. Praying can be asking for things, right? But praying can also be listening. And that can be a way that we can pay attention to God moving in our life. Something may nudge us a little more, and that can be God calling, right? That is God at work. That is what we're paying attention to. Another great way of paying attention to where God is at work is just reaching out to friends and family and even asking them, right? Or being God at work through you. Maybe God is at work through you in reaching out to those friends and family and getting reconnected, especially after this crazy year, right? How this week are you going to pay a little more attention to where God is at work?